All right, welcome everybody to the channel. My name is Matt, and this is the Gaming Corner. Welcome everybody. I want to first of all welcome all the newcomers to the channel. I want to welcome everybody who has signed up, everybody who's watching my videos. Thank you for watching them, even if it's just for a few seconds. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Now today we're going to be talking about Respawn Retro Gaming again. If any of you guys are getting sick of it, too bad. I like the retro store. I like both stores that Tony has, that him and his wife run. I love those stores. And Tony and his wife are really great. His kids are great. All that. I mean, you guys need to follow his stores on Facebook. I will link them in the description if I remember. I am recording this late Thursday night. On Wednesday, on August 7th, Tony had I didn't know what he was calling the sale at the time, but it was a customer appreciation sale. Normally the stores are closed on Wednesday. So he had them open for a few hours. Him and his wife were up in the Fond du Lac store, and they were having a sale, a really good sale. And if you missed it, you should have been out there. When I was out there, I saw at least two other people out there. I'm not sure if it was a wife and husband or if it was boyfriend, girlfriend, don't really know. Really great people. Got to talk to them for a little bit, and they did question one of the games for the Saturn, and I want to grab that real quick. So they were questioning this one right here. These are the three not for sale titles for the Saturn. Now, they were just asking what games were in there. Like I was telling them, it was Virtua Fighter 2, Virtual Cop, Daytona USA. These were, if I remember correctly, a pack-in with the Sega Saturn Model 2 that came out in the US. So they were asking questions on this one. Those are the three not for sale games. All three are in this box. All three manuals are in there. And it did cost me a little bit to get hold of all of it. Virtual Cop was the most expensive. I had the other two already. And it kind of came up, I think, because of this right here. This Daytona USA was released when the Saturn was first released, so it was not a pack-in. And it is the actual game. It's the real one. You know, I don't know why I want to say real one. They're both real. But this is the one that was not the not for resale version, if that makes any sense. But whatever. All right. That sale that Tony had up at the store. I did go up there and I picked up a few games. And I'm going to show you guys which ones I picked up. And like normal, I will start with the sports titles. And I know you guys don't want to see videos of the sports games. Or do ya? Now, at the moment of recording this, I don't know if I'll have video footage of any of the games. I have it all recorded. But I said it's late at night. I have to get up early in the morning to go to work and that. So I'm not sure if I'll have those in there yet. But these were the sports titles. 3 of them on the PlayStation 3 and 1 on the PlayStation 2. And they are as follow. We'll do these two first. Then we'll go this way. FIFA 13. This is one of my favorite FIFA games. I have this on the Xbox 360 and on my PC. This is awesome. I bought another hockey game finally. NHL 06. What I like about this one is that if they have NHL 94 in here, which everybody says is the best NHL game. The next two are both Madden titles. Madden 13 and Madden 15. Now, a lot of you have probably heard me talk about Madden 13 once before. For those of you that watch the videos, this was the first game that EA used their Ignite. Was it called Ignite? I think it's called Ignite Sports Engine. If you don't patch the game, the tackling animations, a lot of them are really hilarious looking. At least in my opinion, they were. Arms flailing, spots that shouldn't go, all sorts of weird stuff. But then I got these two. Now, let's talk about a little something different. That is this thing I picked up when I was at Tony's store before. Now, I had this in one other video. It's the Super Game Boy player for the NESA. I love this thing. This thing is a lot of fun to use. I love being able to play the Nintendo Game Boy games on my computer screen in front of me or on the TV behind me. This thing is nice. I really like this. So when I was up there, I told Tony I had to pick up a couple other, Game Boy games. I had to. One or two at least. He told me before that Mario Golf is really good. So I grabbed that. If I do put gameplay footage up here, do not watch the way I'm playing because I was trying to figure it out yet. So I never even put the ball in the hole. But that was this one, Mario Golf. This is a lot of fun so far from what I've seen, but like I said, I suck at it right now because I have to learn how to play it first. Once we were figuring out how much I was spending so far, I want to find one more, and I kind of looked at one of the games in this box that he has up on top, and, it's like, well, I got this much left. What else can we throw in there? What are the Game Boy games? So we threw this one in there. He did say it's probably not the greatest game out there, but it is pretty fun, and it's another one that I have to learn, so if I put gameplay footage up, please be patient. I suck at it right now. But I do like it so far. It's 720 skateboarding. I had no clue what I was doing, but I was having some fun with it, trying to figure it out. I actually played this one for quite a bit, the 720. Definitely a fun little game. All right, when I show off these games now, they're going to go kind of like in an order of the games I really want to get my hands on. Now, this game I got here right now, I believe I bought the original version from Tony's store. It's either that or I got it off of eBay. It was one of the two. That might have been eBay because the guy might have gave me a really good deal because I always watch for those things. But Tony had the other version of this game there that I didn't know existed. So I wanted it. And it was the NASCAR, what is it called again? Collector's Edition. I have no clue when this game first came out if there was something that came with it or something like a Hot Wheel or some junk, who knows. I do know the only difference I saw in this one, because you won't see any gameplay footage of this one, is I'm not a NASCAR fan. I know nothing about NASCAR. I only know 3 NASCAR drivers' names ever. Dale Earnhardt Jr., and a guy that showed up in this one, Richard Petty. Those are the only racing guy names I know. I don't know anything else. Unless you want to consider Danica Patrick as one of them, because I know she at least raced, but I don't know if it was Indy or NASCAR. But this one, I like the fact that Richard Petty is in here. Other than that, I don't think there's any real difference in the game, besides for the disc looking. And I need a new jewel case. Disc looking just a bit different. That's about it. That's all I really saw. It is the 50th anniversary, it says, of NASCAR in this one when you fire it up, so that's kind of cool. Oh, which way do I want to go with these next ones? Ooh. I was going to do the Genesis last because, as all you know, I'm a Sega fanboy and I really love my Genesis games. But I think I'm going to do the other 2 last, and they're on the PlayStation. So we're going to go jump to the Genesis. Now, just recently in one of my other videos, I showed you guys that I got Tecmo Bowl finally. And I'm loving Tecmo Bowl, man. I've been playing that like crazy right now. I'm having a blast with that one. I was rummaging through his Genesis titles and all that, and I found Super Tecmo Bowl for the Genesis. This is just as good. I still love the way they set up the play calling in this one. Not a whole lot of plays still, but I love the way this one is set up, and it just feels the same. I truthfully could have done without the little cutscenes that they show in the game, but for the game itself, this is fun. I wish these guys could have continued this. I really wish they could have continued. The next game. This is one that is so much fun on the Genesis. It's an early EA title. This is back when I feel EA was making very good games. And this one was not the cheapest game in the bunch type idea, because it is a little expensive, even cartridge only. If you look on eBay or wherever, you're going to find it a little on the expensive side. But man, if you can get your hands on it somehow and play it, do. It is fun. And that is Haunting. You know, Ghost, starring Poltergeist. This thing has some great little comedy in there. You can make the kids pee their pants when you scare them. All sorts of just really killer stuff. I had this originally when I had my Genesis at first, so I knew about it. But finding it, just like that Rolling Thunder 2, that was a pain. Tony did show this in one of his trays that he had where he was getting ready to put this out, and I was glad it was still sitting there because I grabbed it. All right, I'm trying to figure out which game to do next here. You know, I say all right quite a bit in these videos, don't I? If you guys had a drinking game of how many times I say all right, you'd be drunk. The next game. Which way do I go? Because, damn, I love both of these things. We're going to go with this one. All right. See? All right, there I go again. The game we're going to start off with is a PlayStation 2 game. In one of his trade videos where I was showing the games out there, I said I wanted this one. I did not see it. I thought when I saw the game boxes and all that sitting on his counter, I was there that day. I thought the first game I saw was this game, and it was not. And I'm like, damn, he doesn't have it. Then when I was doing that video, that's when I noticed he did have it, and that happens to be Shinobi. At the moment, do I feel this is as good as the original 16-bit Genesis versions and stuff like that? I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with that one. It's nostalgia would be the way to put it. This does feel like Sega was trying to do a Devil May Cry type of game or something like that. 'Cause that's kind of what the feel is for it. They didn't quite hit the mark fully with it, but this is still a really decent game of Shinobi. Just Sega did fall a tad bit short trying to capture that, Devil May Cry type of feel. They didn't quite nail it in this one. We are now down to the final game. And this is another one, when you saw the trade videos come up, I mentioned I'm getting this one from him. I was not lying. I wanted this game so bad because I love this game. I do have it on my Saturn. I have the Japanese version. Now I have the American one. And that is Strikers 1945. This is one hell of a great bullet hell. Shoot 'em up. Shump, whatever you want to call it. This is awesome. I really love this one. I always called these style games top-down arcade shooters. That's what I always called them back in the past. And this is well worth it. Strikers 1945 is a blast to play. It got me thinking when I was playing this that, okay, this is the American version. I have the Japanese one. I want to do side by side, round by round. See which one's different, how they differ, and all that. Then I realized something. I also have the actual arcade version that was released on the PC, which you can get on Steam. I got mine off the Microsoft store, so that they count towards my Microsoft, gamer score and junk. But how does it differ? Because on that version on the PC, I can play the Japanese version and I can play the US, and there are differences in those to start with. So I want to see how these were, and I want to see if Sega and Sony, when these were ported over to them, how good they are compared to the arcade. Did they add anything extra? I think Sony did in round one. When I do the comparison, you'll see it. But I think Sony added something different, which actually is really cool looking. I love the way it happens in the game. I don't want to spoil anything, so. Well, that is it for the pickups. I'm sorry, I need to interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast and recording to inform you I missed a game. And I don't know how I missed it, because this game has been fun. I played this one a lot too. And the game I missed is Double Dragon 2. As you see, I turned off my light, so it's not quite as nice right now. I missed Double Dragon 2 in that one. This game, I've been having a blast with. I don't really like the way the punching part works, where if you're facing one way, you push the one button and you turn around, you got to hit the other button. Depending on which way you're facing, depending on which button you push. That gets a little annoying at first. Once you get used to it, it's awesome. But Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. This is really good. This one I'm enjoying a whole lot. Now back to the other part of the video. Like always, help support your local retro stores, people. We need them to stick around as best they can. It's something we all need. We need those retro stores to stick around. Help support them any way you can. Buy from them, trade with them. Do what you can to help support them. If you make videos on YouTube, make a shout out to your local store. Help them get more people hopefully to show up. That's what I'm hoping happens for Tony and his wife and them, is that with me doing this on here, that they can get more people to show up. I was hoping that he had a good show out for the sale. I don't know if he did. I didn't ask him. But help out your retro stores the best you can, everybody. I am going to see you guys in the next video.